It's all today on Trisha.
So this is Michelle. Now, Michelle is here today because she's desperate for her daughter, Honey, to stop working as a stripper. You see, Honey considers herself a businesswoman. Yeah, she dances for dollar bills, lots and lots of dollar bills. Honey claims she loves what she does and she can't ever see herself quitting the business. So listen to Michelle's story.
I hate it that my daughter's a stripper. She gave her morals up by letting men throw money and her bending over and picking it up in front of them. It's frustrating. It's just so heartbreaking that she does this to me after I fed her and bathed her and nurtured her. Honey and I argue about her stripping all the time. She's 26 years old. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't know if my daughter has sold her body for sex. I wonder about it a lot. And I just don't want my daughter to get involved in any type of prostitution, and I hope that she's not. Honey's stripping has ruined our relationship at times. She has quit calling me, changed her phone number on me. My biggest fear about Honey's career is dying. Leaving there at night, anyone can follow you home. They can rape you, they can kill you. And I don't want that for my daughter. I love her.
Well, it's one mom to another. I can't imagine.
What mother in their right mind want this for their child?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
There's men, perverts, murderers, drug addicts, drug dealers, married men.
Yeah.
I don't want married men looking at her like that.
But are you frightened that she's doing more than just stripping? Do you think she might be prostituting herself?
I know other strippers, and I do know how they are.
Yeah.
Some do prostitute. A lot of them do drugs. They drink. I know she drinks. I hope to God she's not prostituting.
Has drinking been an issue for her?
Yes.
And I understand once she got drunk and got...
She got initials on her leg. When she was drunk, she doesn't even know who the person is, and she laughs about it. She laughs about it.
And I understand that Honey's had some surgery.
Her behind. It's disgusting. Look at it. It's too big for her body. I mean, why do that? Why?
Do you ask her? Do you ask her?
It doesn't matter what I think. She pays her own way.
So what do you wish?
I wish that she would stop doing this and degrading herself. I want her to go back to school, get her GED. You know, go to nursing school. Yeah. That's what she loved. I always thought she was going to be a surgeon. Always.
Okay, well, Michelle's daughter, Honey, has been backstage listening to everything her mum has had to say. But before we bring her Honey out, let's take a look at her story.
I got started in the business because my best friend took me to a private party and I seen all the money. So I was like, this is what I need to be doing. I was making $2,000 to $3,000 a night. That's when I knew I was going to be stripping for the rest of my life. My mother accuses me doing drugs and alcohol all the time, but I'm not doing them. That's just her opinion and it ain't true. I'm not fixing to sit behind a desk and waste my body. If somebody makes in 3 weeks, I make in one night. I'm not going to waste all of this behind a desk. I've invested $6,200 in my hips and my ass. So what? It looks good. It makes me my money. I don't give men my name and number, not unless they come in the club and spend over $500 and they have to come back again. If you have a vagina, you'll never be broke. It's the one good thing about being a woman.
Well, let's meet her. Please welcome Honey. You know what interests me? You said if you have a vagina, if you have a vagina, you'll never be broke?
No, of course not. Why would you be broke?
So does that mean you're prostituting yourself?
No. I am a stripper. I am an exotic entertainer. Yeah. I'm not a prostitute. I show my body for money. I don't have sex for money.
Why do you have to show your body? Why?
Because I'm not
going to that way.
I'm not going to work a 9 to 5 and make $8 an hour.
I raised 3 children. I worked 3 jobs.
But I'm not you. Everybody is different. I'm not you or my other 2 sisters.
You're a part of me. I made you.
I love you, but I'm not going to be that person that you want me to be. Because I'm me. It's not going to change.
Do you think you'll be doing this for the rest of your life?
I'm not going to say the rest of my life, but I'm going to do it until I'm to a point where I can own a business, where I can put my money into something.
So you've been doing this for how long have you been doing it? And where are you at?
In a good place.
$6,200. You should have a business already, shouldn't you?
Yeah, but see, I didn't pay for that.
But you blow that money away.
Somebody else did that.
So have you saved up a lot of money? You must have saved up hundreds and thousands by now.
Yeah, I mean, I've ran through a lot of money, but as we think as strippers, we think as, okay, we can blow this money, but at the end of the day, I can always go back to work and make my money back.
What are you going to do when you're 50?
I'm going to have a business, or I'm going to have a rich man.
Down to your knees.
I'm going to have, and I'll have a rich man to fix that when my ass falls.
What rich man wants you?
Is anything for free? If a guy smacks you on the backside, that's free.
No, if I'm in the club and he decides to tap my butt, you need to give me some money, $10. You're not going to touch me for free. This is not what I do. I don't take my clothes off on stage if there's $1 being put on stage.
You should not do that.
So I keep my clothes on. Well, that's your opinion.
You shouldn't do that.
That's
you don't get paid for somebody to touch you. It's sacred. Your body is sacred.
I do get paid. That's what I do. Oh, well, that's what y'all. That's how y'all think. This is what.
Have you tried doing something else? Have you tried any
I tried one time for my mom to make her happy at one point in time. I tried to bartend, and I didn't make. So I'm like, why am I gonna?
Attitude. Oh, I'm interested in how much you spent on your behind. You had what? You had
$6,200.
And what did you have done? You spent that was your own money?
No, other people bought that. Why am I going to spend my money?
What do you mean other people?
Why am I going to show? I mean, why am I going to spend my money when somebody else can pay for this?
Hang on, what do you good.
Do you have a daughter? Hang on. Do you have a daughter?
Hang on, wait. Who said it looks good? You said it looks good? Stand up for me.
It does look good.
You don't have a daughter?
Do you have a daughter?
No, I don't, but to each his own. She's grown. If that's what she want to do, you cannot tell her what to do. She's not 18.
When
she's 26.
When you
have two. I have a 19-year-old and a 14-year-old. And when he's 26, I let them do what they want to do.
You don't have a daughter.
Well, it is what it is.
Your son. Your son.
You got a bad booty. Well,
Thank you.
Can you explain to us, because I don't know about this, what exactly, can you show us, what do they do? What have you had done?
I had my butt done.
Does it feel solid or?
You want to touch it?
No.
You sure?
No.
I would let you do it for free. I would let you do it.
You'd let me do it for free?
You can touch it.
So, in a few years' time, where will you be?
In a big house, married to a rich man. Or woman.
So that's not...
It's the easy way out. It's the easy way out.
So you will be with the highest bidder?
Yeah. Sounds about right to me.
So what does that sound like?
I think, you know what, sometimes, I'm going to sound really boring and old-fashioned, there's a great book called Pilgrim's Progress, and basically what it says is sometimes the easy way out proves to be the toughest road to travel.
Could be. Could be.
But, look, thank you for being so honest.
Okay.
I think you and your daughter are going to have to agree to disagree, and maybe she can make rules about how she keeps in touch with you and that you don't bring up what she does, and that she can maintain a relationship on some level. But it seems to me the more you rail against it, the more she's going to kind of do the na thing. So maybe you need to just... It's going to be hard as a mum.
It's hard as a mother.
Yeah. And I thank both of you for being so honest. And, honey, if you ever change your mind, stranger things have happened, come back and tell us. It would be interesting to know, you know, how things turn out.
Definitely, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I definitely will if it did.
It's been nice meeting both of you. Take care. Thank you. We will be right back. See you in a minute. I want everyone to meet 25-year-old Randy. Randy is here today because his girlfriend, Winter, says she's disgusted and embarrassed by what Randy does for a living. Randy, so why don't you tell us all what it is that you do?
I'm a professional female orgasm therapist. I'm not kidding. Professional occupation.
Randy says he's an orgasm therapist who provides his services to older women. But what Winter says, he's just a prostitute, and she wants him to stop today. Well, before we talk to Randy, let's give you a glimpse of the day in the life of an orgasm therapist.
Before I go and meet a client, I need to make sure that my female orgasm therapy kit is in order. This here is petroleum jelly. Here are my Smart Blue medical grade latex gloves, antibacterial hand sanitizer soap. Candles are very important to me and to my clients. This here is my prepaid phone. I change my number at least once a month. My services are always discreet. I'm a professional female orgasm therapist. I've been doing this line of work for about 6 months. I'm madly in love with a girl who doesn't necessarily respect my occupation very much. She doesn't understand that I legitimately provide female orgasm therapy. I don't use my penis for anything. I don't use my tongue for anything.
How much do you charge for a session?
The average amount, it boils down to about $100 per hour. This economy right now is not a typical economy. People are struggling. You gotta do what you gotta do to get things done these days. Well, I've been at this client's house before. He's a repeat client. So I'm gonna knock on the door and do some work.
Okay, so Randy, how did you become an orgasm therapist?
I went on Backpage and put up some advertisements. And it really wasn't working that well, so I figured, okay, I need a pitch. I have to come up with something that's unique that no other individual can provide without the knowledge that I had within my own intellectual property.
Yeah.
So I kind of started thinking back in past relationships, and I remembered one girl where I did have to study a little bit of anatomy and give her massages, and basically I had to learn how to make her properly orgasm.
So you decided to use that knowledge.
And I put it together in a package and advertised it, and it worked.
So
that's it. It worked.
Okay. Okay. So you go around to their houses. You stay fully dressed?
Yes.
And
work with my hands.
And so you actually do some massage as well?
Yeah, well, you gotta loosen them up, per se. You gotta get the tension out, you gotta get them relaxed.
Yeah, and then you get to the nitty-gritty.
Correct.
How does your girlfriend Winter deal with this?
She has a hard time with it, but in reality, it's not like I necessarily want to be here doing this.
But that must be really difficult for her to deal with. How would you deal with it if she became a male orgasm therapist and went around to houses and, you know...
If she was safe about it?
Yeah?
Like me? Where you put on the latex gloves and do what you gotta do and...
You'd be okay with that?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't?
I would so. I'm a different person. I really would.
Really? Well, let me tell you, Winter told our producers exactly how she feels about Randy's therapy sessions. Let's have a look at that.
When I met Randy, he made me feel like I could be me. I felt like I could learn a lot from him and that we can be us and have fun and just be natural. Just because he can take me out, wine me, and dine me doesn't mean he can go out with other women and provide orgasm therapy. Do you see any orgasm therapy clinics around here? Where can I find one? I'd like to know, besides him. He has a computer job, and I never know whether he's going to repair a computer or if he's using his hands to provide what he calls orgasm therapy. I never know where he's going. Thinking about having a family maybe in the future, and then having to tell the kids, where's daddy? Oh, he's providing orgasm therapy. Like, who wants to tell that to their kids? How can you have a family like that? I want to tell Randy that it's either me or his job. That's it. I don't want to be disrespected.
Okay, let's meet Randy's girlfriend, Winter. Come on in.
Can you believe this?
Did you know from the beginning about what Randy did? Because many people would say if you knew from the beginning, well, you accepted him, you accepted the job.
That's why it's not my fault. I didn't know.
Do you see him as cheating when he does this?
Of course.
Put on latex gloves and you can do whatever you want.
I'm not like you. I have respect for myself.
I have respect for myself, too.
When we come back, we are going to see what happens when Randy is at work. We'll be right back. Today because she's afraid that her best friend Anna is slowly killing herself. You see, Anna is a squasher. She sits on men who have a sexual fetish for big, beautiful women. Now, Taylor fears Anna has become dangerously obese for this easy money. And Taylor claims that Anna gets paid by admirers to send photos of herself eating high-calorie desserts. Yeah, let's listen to Anna's story in her own words.
My name is Anna, and one of the things that I do is squash men. The first professional shoot I did, 5 or 6 girls piled on top of a guy, and I've been doing it ever since. I think it's funny. A lot of bigger girls have been made fun of their whole life. For them to be able to have total control of a guy, whether he can even breathe or not, I think that's great. I enjoy doing this kind of work because I believe that there are too many fat girls that have no confidence. Just because you're fat doesn't mean you can't be sexy. Be yourself, flaunt it, and screw what everybody else says.
So, Taylor, you've known Anna for how long?
Since we were 16 years old, since we were in high school. We've been best friends.
And how does it feel seeing that?
It hurts. I mean, she is about 5 foot, 5'1", and she is morbidly obese.
Yeah. Is she a bright girl?
She is so intelligent. She speaks 7 languages.
So here's the question.
She's a very bright girl.
Very bright girl, and she's doing this.
Yes.
What are you thinking? Have you seen her do this before?
I have not seen her do it in person. I've seen it on video and in photos. So I don't think that I could
you can hear
be present.
You can hear people's reactions to this.
It is
and this is
shocking.
And this is a friend. This is a girl.
This is my best friend. This is my best friend. And
so what do you want to say to her today? What's your main message?
My main message is wake the hell up. You are going to die.
All right, well, Taylor, your friend Anna has been listening from backstage. It's time to hear her side of things. So let's welcome Anna. Let's go back to the beginning. How did you get into this?
I went to LA for a tattoo convention, and I had an ex that, you know, had said, there's all these BBW models, and you're so much prettier than them. Why don't you put up some pictures and see what happens?
Right.
The next day, the #1 BBW company in the industry contacted me about working for them, and this is some of their work.
And now you're into squashing.
I think it's funny.
But what is? I don't understand. What's? Why? If it's funny, why aren't they laughing?
Well, you know, I never experienced this, but I have a lot of BBW friends that grew up being made fun of, dropped out of school because they were made fun of because of their weight.
Yeah.
And so most of this was done by men. And so girls that are doing this, they have control over the men now.
But you didn't experience it, so why are you doing it?
To show them that they can have control over men, and they can be sexy, and they can do whatever they want.
And is this something, where did you learn about squashing? Is it...
The first photo shoot that I went to, that was a BBW photo shoot, there was about, I'd say about 6 girls piled on top of a guy that enjoyed this, just goofing off. And I thought it was great. I thought it was hysterical, and I was like, I jumped on top, and people have been wanting to see me and the people in my company do that ever since then.
Ever since. When we come back, we're going to meet a man who says he enjoys having Anna sit on him. Yeah, and we'll also get an up-close look at exactly what the squasher does, so stay in tune. Talking to people who fear their loved ones' sex fetishes are going to kill them. Now, before the break, we met Anna, who is a self-proclaimed squasher. Apparently, men with a certain sexual fetish will have her sit on their chest, their groin area, and even their faces. Yeah, you ask what kind of man would allow a woman to do this to him. Well, in our audience and during the commercial break, I met Lance, who keeps telling me to sit on his lap. How did you meet Anna?
I met Anna in a BBW club about 6 months ago in Vegas.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have an ideal kind of woman?
Yeah, like I'm large.
How much is a session? How much does it cost?
Oh, no, we're just friends. We just do it.
Oh, come on.
Huh?
Really?
Yeah. No. There's no money.
No money?
There's no money. This is a turn-on for me. Ask her.
So are you boyfriend and girlfriend now?
No.
There's no money.
No money.
So I know what you're getting out of it, but what do you get out of it? Come on, I don't believe it.
It's hilarious to me.
Is it because maybe it's illegal to say that you get money or something like that?
No,
or...
no, no, no.
No.
You're just really good friends.
So how do you live? How do you pay the bills? If he's around at yours 5 times doing this sort of thing.
We live like right up the street from each other, and we work together at the BBW club. And, you know, we're just around each other all the time. He's around photo shoots that I'm doing all the time.
So you're saying you earn your money from the photo shoots?
Yes, I work for the top BBW companies in the country.
And so you do him for free?
It's just fun. It's just like we'll be hanging out and he'll be like, squash me.
Yes. All right, well, okay, well, let's find out what this is all about. Lance is going to show us firsthand what Anna does for him. So, Lance, yeah. Don't try this at home. I have to say that. Okay, so you're going to talk us through what goes on. Should I come up? I'll come up here in case... Lay down. Oh, you... So listen, learn, listen and learn.
I'm gonna start out easy, and we'll work into the more heavy stuff, okay? So he's not gonna talk or do anything unless I tell him to, okay? So, first, I am going to do a chest squash. This is gonna make it really hard for him to breathe. I weigh about 240, so... And, you know, he just kind of takes it as long as he can. That's sort of the PG version.
Oh, why? There would be...
This is the real deal. Okay, move your head back, scoot back. This is a little dangerous.
Don't try this at home.
But he gives me a signal if he's having issues. So he'll tap out, basically, sort of like in wrestling.
Okay, so...
Okay, so this is really what they like, okay? Okay, so that's what they really like. Because, of course, my butt is in his face, which he really likes.
Is that part of the fun?
Yeah, I love it.
Really? What do you think, seeing your friend do this?
I mean...
Do these guys who come to you really care about you? If you suddenly lost a lot of weight, would they still come to you? Would they still...
People in my personal life? Absolutely. They accept me how I am.
Not people these guys.
People that are fans because I'm in Bodacious Magazine and stuff like that. I don't care about them, and they don't care about me, probably.
Does that include Lance? Because...
No, he's my friend. We're really good friends.
Oh, okay. So, Lance, now everybody, all your friends and family know you do this. Is it going to be embarrassing, or are you proud of it?
I'm proud of it.
It's like, I guess people live in different worlds.
Because we know what we're doing with it. You know, everybody thinks, oh, my God, his face is squashed. But we know what we're doing.
Okay. That's why I said, and I said again, don't try it at home because they won't know what they're doing. Look, I want to thank Anna and Lance for giving us an intimate look into their lives. Thank you, too. Stay tuned. Okay, please welcome Sarah. Now, Sarah says she is a professional and she is excellent at her job. So, what does she do? Well, Sarah claims she is a professional mistress. Yeah, Sarah is proud of the fact that she only dates very rich, very generous, married men. So let's take a look at the day in the life of Sarah, the professional mistress.
Hi, I'm Sarah Oliver, and welcome to my world. So in the past 4 years, these are all the trips that have been taken care of from different guys to go on. And I buy one magnet per city so I remember where I go. So here are some of my cars. I have the BMW, which I got for Valentine's Day. I also got this Porsche for my birthday. And my all-time favorite, this Escalade. It's like my everyday car. I love jewelry. I got this band, which is $1.5 carats. I have a Dior watch now that my new man bought me. Also, this ring, which is a $40,000 engagement ring.
Whoa, not a bad haul for someone who just provides companionship.
So, Sarah, tell us, what exactly is a professional mistress?
I mean, it's not only married men. It's really just rich, wealthy men that like to have a good time with a woman, and it's not always sex involved. They just want a pretty girl on their arm.
Do you do this for money?
Well, of course.
So doesn't that make you a prostitute, though?
No, because I don't have sex with them. No.
Well, tell me. Okay.
I would say out of the past men that I've talked to, I've maybe had a sexual relationship with 3 of them.
So do they know that, or are they thinking when they get into a relationship with you that they're going to have sex, or is it just for the company?
I mean, not always, because I've actually told a couple of them up front, like, I'm abstinent. Unless, like, I'm going to be with you, I'm not going to have sex with you.
Do you feel bad for the wives if these gentlemen, if these men are married? Do you feel bad for them?
I mean, I do feel bad for their wives, but it's the husband's fault, because they're going to find women regardless of who it is.
So if you are your business, as it were, do you have to do a lot of work to maintain the goods, if I can put it like that?
I've had my boobs done twice.
You had your boobs done?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you going to do? This is a serious question. What are you going to do when you no longer have the looks to be the arm candy?
When I'm 45, I'm getting a facelift. Like, I'm not going to look
45?
like... I mean, how old do you get a... I don't know.
Well, I haven't had a facelift.
I don't know how old you are.
I'm 54.
You got a nice face. Yeah.
All right, my next guest. My next guest, MJ, is a rapper and also considers herself a professional mistress. Now, she's made a headline or 2 with the married men she's dated, and we had a chance to sit down with MJ and get her take on dating married men.
I attract men with money. I attract married men, and I attract men that want to have fun. I attract men that just enjoy me. Married men is like the most convenient. They're not in your business. You can do whatever you want to do. They go home to their wives and you go to your own life. You do whatever you want to do. Married men are actually jealous. They don't like their mistress or their other woman dating other guys. And they're married, so I never could understand that. But enjoy the time while you're with them, because it's short-lived. Get the money, be smart, save it, invest, and then when they're gone, back to their wives and back to their lives and the relationship's over, you still have something for yourself.
Whoa, welcome MJ to the show. Hi, MJ.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. So what made you start dating married men?
I started dating married men because it was convenient, and I liked the benefits of it.
What about the wives? How do you feel about them, MJ?
I didn't take the vow, you know, to be married. They did, so...
Here's where I'm confused. If you're having a relationship with a man and it's kind of understood he will give you something financial or a gift in return, surely that's the oldest profession in the world. Surely that is prostitution. I don't... And that's what I ask you. I'm like...
And it is. It is a form of prostitution, but it's been going on from the beginning of time, and it's going to continue to go on.
So you're a prostitute?
I wouldn't say I'm a prostitute, no. I mean, I don't walk on corners. I don't walk on corners and, you know, I'm not asking them for money. I receive gifts for spending time. And it's not all about sex. Prostitutes, it's about sex. It's not all about sex. These men want to spend time with us. They want to sit down really and mope about their wives and tell us what's wrong in their households.
Yeah.
So we're like counselors and psychiatrists and all that at the end of the day.
Well, counselors and psychiatrists would probably come a lot cheaper to them.
Exactly, way cheaper.
Maybe so.
Way cheaper.
We will be back after this. Hi, we're back with Randy, who calls himself an orgasm therapist, and his girlfriend Winter, who believes... You believe he's kind of cheating when he's with these
I
other
don't
women.
believe he's kind of cheating. I know he's cheating.
Okay.
It ain't even like that. It's not even like that.
All right.
You know it's not like that.
Winter, you previously saw the footage of Randy getting ready to meet with a client. Well, we didn't just stop filming at the door. We followed Randy inside to see just what goes on when he's giving his kind of therapy.
Okay, time to get to work. Always start with the neck first. Do you think you could get in your underwear for this? Because this dress here is not unzipping any further than this. It's going to work out to your benefit, I promise. Now I can really get to work. Is this the trouble spot with your back? Yeah, I can feel additional muscle tension.
A little harder. All right.
This is when typically the engagement of the fellatio begins to occur. And at this point, I'm going to be removing her underwear, and I'm going to have to ask the cameras to leave the room.
And that's okay with you. But it's not okay with me.
You wouldn't even have addressed me if I didn't have income, if I was on the streets. You wouldn't even have talked to me.
To be fair, we asked Randy's client from the video to come and join us so we could hear... why she says she's willing to pay $170 for just an hour of Randy's orgasm therapy. Everyone, please welcome April. $170 an hour. What does that give you?
Pleasure, complete pleasure.
So he comes around to your house with his little latex gloves.
And his little black bag.
And his little black bag. And you take everything off. And you lie in the bed. And what? He's fully dressed?
He's fully dressed.
Yeah. He doesn't get aroused?
Wouldn't know.
And then when he finishes...
Bye, see ya.
April, does it bother you that this is causing a problem between two other people, or you don't care that he's got a partner?
That does bother me, but I think they can work it all out.
If you had to sum up your skills briefly, how would you do that?
Briefly and appropriately for television?
Yeah, briefly and appropriately for television.
I have very strong hands, and I know how to use them very well. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. We will be right back. Okay, thanks for being with us today. Sex. You cannot separate the soul, the heart from sex, can you? No. No, and I guess that's what we've learned today. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.